I have had a lot of people commenting and asking me about this RTV. This is a 2008 Kubota RTV 900. It has the hydraulic transmission in it, and this is a tutorial of how to operate this particular machine. Now, if you're interested in buying one of these and you get a chance to buy a Kubota 900 with the 3-cylinder diesel, an older model, don't be afraid to buy it. They are awesome machines. This is kind of a tutorial on what you're going to find on this machine and how to operate it. These are turn signals. I don't have turn signals on here, so that's nothing. This is your temperature gauge. This is your fuel gauge. This is your shifter, and directly to the left of the shifter is the 4-wheel drive. You can see up is 4-wheel drive and down is 2-wheel drive. Now, the proper procedure for starting these, if you have this machine and you don't have an inline heater on it, you will probably want to put one in it if you're going to keep it outside, as I do. Usually under my wood shed. This year it's going to be under my back shed. I've got a couple of doors that I bought for it that are cheapos to try to keep the wind off me. So I will show you a video of putting those on, but if you're going to keep it outside, you really should put an inline heater. I put one in my coolant line and I plug it in overnight if I need it. Today it's relatively warm. It's about 35 out. It's not going to have a problem starting today. And this is the procedure I use for starting it. Neutral. 2-wheel drive. Turn on your key. And you can see the battery light comes on. You flip it over. And you can see that this light comes on, which is the heater light. And you can hear the clicks. So what I do is I usually count to about, at this time of the year and in this condition of weather, I usually run it about 10 clicks before I fire it. This is basically a cold start. Now I let it warm up for about 3-4 minutes before I move the machine to get the heat from the engine up. You can hear the rattling back there. That will all go away when this warms up. This is the handbrake. Down is off, up is on. If you are using this machine and you have it in gear or in neutral, you must use this. Believe me, I've chased this thing around a few times because they won't stay where they are. So use the handbrake if you need it. Make sure your brakes are good and use this. All right, as you can hear, this thing is pretty well warmed up. Now I'll show you how to operate. Handbrake off, all the way. Bring this over to reverse. Back out. There's two ways. If you're backing up and you have it in reverse, you can see that does not want to come out of reverse. Do not ever force this out of reverse. There's two ways that you can do this. You don't have to worry about it. This thing here is supposedly supposed to be a hydraulic brake release. So if you pull this, you're supposed to be able to push this out. Now, I don't know whether mine doesn't work right. I don't know what the heck the deal is. But this has never functioned correctly on my machine. I've had to use it occasionally, and I tried to use it occasionally, but there's a better way. If you want to get this thing out of reverse because it's stuck in it, there's two ways to do it. Number one, shut it down. If you shut it down, it releases the hydraulics and push it right out of gear. You want to keep your brake on, of course. So back to neutral, back to start. Now the other way to do this is a way that I was told by a bunch of people at the time, and this may work better for you, I don't know. You have to be good at doing it, but it works perfect. So what you need to do is you back up, use your left foot on the brake, rock it back, right out it comes. Okay? Then you start forward. Now the other thing that I will mention here is I never use high gear when I'm trying to do any kind of work. This is like a road gear on a tractor. You just use this for getting from one position to the other a little quicker. Most of the time I use, medium if I'm going to be running around hauling wood, which is a lot of what I do with this because this machine runs all year long. A lot of times when I'm plowing, I use low gear. And that's what I do. So anyway, the other thing is, if you can't get this thing to go into gear, it doesn't want to go in, just do this. Rock it back and forth with your body and it goes right in. Right back to two-wheel drive. Now this machine has 1,564 hours on it. It's a 2008. So anything from that time range is what I'm applying on this tutorial. Everything on this machine works. It works great. I use this machine all year round. I haul wood with it in the summertime when I'm stacking my shed over here. You've seen me do video work. All this wood was stacked in here with that machine. I split it right onto the back of it with my skid steer inverted wood splitter, and I bring it down here and stack it. So the only time I have to handle the wood is when I bring it down with the RTV and I stack it in here. I use it for that. I have not got the plow on it yet. That's next. I have to install a pellet stove in my shop tomorrow. I will video that, but I don't have the plow on this, and I don't have the new doors on it yet. But that is basically the way that you operate one of these. They are very simple, they're almost foolproof, and these machines are awesome. They don't go real fast. In my state, this is considered a tractor because it goes under 25 miles an hour, and it has a rear locking differential in it, a rear lock. So your tires will lock up in the rear. So my state considers this a tractor. So I don't have to do anything with this as far as registering it. I can drive it from piece of land to piece of land on the main road legally. This has been a stellar machine, and I really, really would recommend it. If you can get one at a real cheap rate, buy it, go over it, maintenance it, and look at everything in it. I do everything on ours except for my oil. My oil I change every year. My transmission, the hydraulic transmission in this, I change that on hours. I use Kubota UDT2 oil in it. I never use anything else. And you've seen the extended service video of that. If you want to go back in time and look at this machine in operation, there's quite a few videos that I use. We're back. This is put away. Anything you want to know on this machine, just put it in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching this video. I hope it helps. Remember, keep working hard. Always work hard. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next installment.